Maruti Suzuki is out with the all-new Brezza. As you can see, it's very different compared to its predecessor. Yes, it sits in the same C-SUV segment, but it's all new from the ground up. With that, Maruti has also dropped the Vitara name. It's just going to be known as the Brezza, and it is one striking looking vehicle. What's it all about? How's it to drive? How's it on the inside? What are the features? Is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. When it comes to the styling of the new Brezza, Maruti has done a splendid job. So to start with, they've actually increased the dimensions while keeping it within the parameters of being a C-SUV. So they've stretched it out, they've gotten it literally to the corners of what the dimensions allow. And what that has done is it's resulted in a vehicle that looks way more proportionate. It has a more sporty stance, it's wider, it looks a little longer, and the interiors have freed up a lot of space. But coming back to the design, we can see that Maruti has done a splendid job with this. They've done a great job up front where you can see that the bold new grille that sits really nice. The headlights have received this really nice treatment. The bonnet is higher. It's got this nice sculpted clamshell look. And as you walk around the car, there are different elements that sort of grab your attention. So even up front, the revised front bumper, the more squared off flat front, all of this brings out that impressive styling, and it looks really great while out on the road as well. And move along the side, you can see that Maruti's gone with that whole SUV styling. So what you get is now really nice cladding along the side. So it's this dark black cladding that brings out a more sporty appeal to the Brezza, and it rides on nice large tires, which I believe are 16-inch, and they're fitted with great looking alloys as well. So the whole SUV package exists. As you move along the side, you can see that the metal has been sculpted to give it a more sort of sporty stance, more powerful, muscular look, and all this is brought about by these little design features that they've tossed in here. Of course, the variant that I'm driving is got the dual tone look, so I've got the white roof, but Maruti will have the single colored ones as well. The other big change that I liked about the exterior is that Maruti's finally put a shark fin antenna on this one, and it looks great. So you got roof rails, a nice rear spoiler, and as you move around to the back, what you get to see is that the rear styling really stands out as well. Those new tail lights, they look epic. I think they light up really nice. I love that whole sort of arrow look, and it flows. The rear styling really stands out. It's a class apart, in fact, and I think Maruti's done a splendid job when it comes to the way that they've revised this element on the Brezza. So standout features include the entire sculpted look, of course, and the new tail lights, which are just epic. I love that sort of arrow look, and they flow halfway into the boot lid, and that's something that really stands out about the Brezza. Even at the back, to bring about that sporty appeal, you've got this gray colored diffuser, which again gives it a more muscular sort of sporty look even when you look at it from the rear. So all around, Maruti's done a brilliant job in bringing out a muscular stance. I think the older Vitara Brezza looked a lot smaller. This one has a nice muscular stance to it. This one looks premium. It's got this wide look to it, and the fact that they've raised the bonnet and given it this entire height element is something that also brings out that width that the new Brezza has. So it's not just the outside that Maruti has done a brilliant job on. You get into the cabin of the new Brezza and you'll be delighted there as well. It's got a very premium upmarket aura to it. They've brought it out with a dual tone look, and they've used this beautiful copper brown color as an insert along the dash as well as in the doors, and the seat fabric matches that as well. So overall, all this brings out a nice premium upmarket feel to the way the Brezza is on the inside. But speaking of features, again, Maruti has ensured that they give you just about everything, but standout features include a heads-up display, a nice sunroof. You also get a 360-degree view camera that's integrated into the rather large touchscreen infotainment system that's on board. And speaking of which, the touchscreen infotainment system is equipped with SmartPlay Pro Plus, and also gets surround sense powered by Archimedes. And as with all Maruti cars now, you know that it's got a host of connected features, and that's really something that's part of the game now. I think having that in-car connectivity is very important, and Maruti has definitely upped the game for themselves on this front too. Other elements include wireless phone charging, steering mounted controls, a nice start-stop button on the high-end versions. So overall, done really well. And it's a spacious cabin. The seats feel firmer, they feel nice. There's a lot more space on board. So they've done a great job because they were able to sort of push the boundaries when it came to design and stretch the car out literally to the corners that the C segment specifications allow for. So this has improved cabin space, and with that they've made minor tweaks to ensure that passengers are even more comfortable on board. So the driver can adjust their seat for height, and the steering can be adjusted for rake as well as reach. So these are again great features on board. Powering the new Brezza is a new K-Series 1.5-liter petrol smart hybrid engine. It delivers about 103 PS of power and 136.8 Newton meters of torque. The engine is paired with a 5-speed manual, or you can now get it also with the 6-speed automatic, which is again a big step up for Maruti in this segment to introduce that 6-speed over here. And as an engine, it's extremely refined, it's extremely smooth, silent, and you can experience all of that when you're behind the wheel. And being a Maruti, you know there's going to be rather fuel efficient as well. So what's the new Brezza like to drive? Well, that 1.5-liter engine is very well equipped to power this car around town and down the highway as well. And as far as performance is concerned, it's not your typical 0 to 100 sort of peppy blast, but there is more than enough pep for you to have a smile on your face. It makes overtaking easy, and even getting up to 3-digit speeds is really not a problem with the new Brezza. So I enjoyed driving it in the city. It's a rather fun car to zip around town in. But even out on nice open roads, you can notch it up to the 80 and the 100-kilometer mark very easily, and it just cruises along and ensures that you get the best of efficiency as well, thanks to the smart hybrid in place. But where Maruti really stands out, and I think that this is something that they've always managed to do, and the new Brezza is no different on that front, but I think they've taken things up a notch as well, is the overall ride quality. So it rides really smooth. Like even on some bumpy roads and a little bit of dirt tracks that I took around to get to the shoot location that you can see in this video, the Brezza just drove brilliantly. It soaks up road undulations rather well. It's been tweaked to ensure that you get that confidence while driving it as well. And even if you do take it fast around corners, it does feel that it's going to stick to its line. There's a minimal roll, and all of that is just a sign of great engineering, if you ask me. And Maruti has always delighted on this front. I think all their cars have always been great when it comes to the overall ride quality and comfort that it offers, and the Brezza delights on that front. When it comes to safety with the new Brezza, Maruti's made sure that they're not leaving anything unturned this time around, and they're getting everything right. So the top variant will get 6 airbags, and that is a delightful feature to have on board and to know that you're going to be rather safe in the event of an unfortunate accident. Other key features obviously include your ABS, electronic stability program, to ensure you don't skid off the road if you lose traction. You've got hill hold assist, and of course the new Brezza feels more solid than ever. So even the doors have a nice shut to them. The metal feels heavier. It is built on the new platform. So everything that you want when it comes to safety is something that you're going to find on board. In fact, Maruti claims that there's over 20 safety features that are on board with the new Brezza, and that is really something. With the Brezza, what Maruti has been able to achieve is really change things around. They've made it a very upmarket premium product. It's got all the bling, it's got all the bells and whistles, it's feature rich, and also improved in terms of size and comfort. So Maruti has stretched it out a bit, as I mentioned earlier, and they've really taken it to the corners and given you a car that sits in the C segment SUV, but it feels bigger than what it used to be. From a pricing standpoint, I think Maruti's gotten it right, with the prices starting at around 7.99 lakhs and going up all the way to about 13 plus lakhs for the automatic variant. There is only one engine option, which is the new K-Series 1.5 liter engine. And as a package, it just works. It's a car that feels premium, it rides well, you feel like you're sitting inside something plush. It's very un-Maruti-like, and it's a great direction that they're taking. And it's good to see it coming out on a product that's always done so well for them. The new Brezza is a great car to consider if you're looking for a nice C SUV and you want something that's great in the city or even out on a nice long haul. It's going to do it both.